use and how I use them. And since many of you are new here, it's early to invest in tools. I get so many questions. Can you give us some free tools? So this is what I'll be explaining here. The first thing that I look at every morning before even starting my day is Dune.xyz. Why? Because I want to see what is the volume, where is the market going, and what's happening with the market. This market is based on volume. If the market has volume, I will be able, guys, if just mute yourself, please.
Yeah, I hear it too.
Hot sauce. Hot sauce, please mute yourself.
You can mute him. I muted him. Oh, yeah, I think he
Okay.
left. He left.
So I just want to see what's happening. As we can see, we are still trading sideways. The volume is not there. I always say it. As long as we are below $100 million, we are in the red. Even $90 million, it will not make projects pump. So I don't trade NFTs. I don't do degen plays. Yes, you will find one or two projects that will make money, but it will be 1 out of 10. So the odds will be always against you. This is why it's not the time to do degen plays and just buy projects you believe in that will 10 to 20x by the next bull run. So this is the first thing that I use. Now, some people like to use crypto slam as well. It gives you like another layer when looking at the market, because with crypto slam you can look on the project level, like
Mm,
what happened.
good. Mm,
Everyone please mute yourself. With crypto slam you can go into each project and see, I don't like it, it's not user friendly, it will take you some time to find the information you need. For me, I just need to see the overall volume. Now, other things you can get from from Dunes, like this is on the monthly level. Like we know January was crazy. We had $5 billion throughout January and volume traded. February 3.5, and we already 30% into March, and the volume is only 10% from what we had in January. So it's obvious that March will be another downtrend. So we see the downtrend on the monthly volume. Now you can still see some good news on Dunes even in a bear market. Number of traders. Like we see that we are literally doubling number of traders every 2 to 3 months. January and February were around 500,000 traders. This is great news. This shows you how early we are, because back in November and October we were only at 300,000. Now we are at 500,000. By the next bull run, let's say May, June, July, we will be closer to a million traders. Now, we know with 500,000 traders in January, we reached $250 million per day. So by the next bull run, we will start seeing $500 million volume per day. And you can imagine the effect of that on the overall market.
Yeah. And
Any
will this
question? Yes, go ahead.
uh, is a good argument to be made that because ETH keeps going up in price, that it prices out people who want to trade on NFTs, because currently we have only 1 million OpenSea customers trading daily.
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Here's the thing. NFTs today is like crypto in 2015. Like crypto is more mainstream now. I think we have over 300 million crypto traders, while only 500,000 NFT traders. Now we know NFT is part of the crypto, so we are getting there. We are getting more adoption. The adoption level with NFTs is faster than crypto. Crypto is not growing 30% active users month after month, while NFT is doing that. We will get to 10 million users by next year or earlier. And the acceleration that is happening, because NFT is getting more and more attention from celebrities, from influencers, and from mainstream media faster than crypto did. Like crypto launched, Bitcoin launched in what, 2010? No one like tried to even speak about it until 2017. While with NFTs, we are like under 2 3 years old and everyone is talking about NFTs. So it will get mainstream very soon. We will get over 1 million regardless with ETH price. And remember, Coinbase is coming and Coinbase will allow USD trading. So ETH will be irrelevant at that point. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Now, some people want to find what will be the next drop, what will be launching soon, where do I grind? By the way, I hate grinding. I hate go into these stupid discords and start telling people we all gonna make it, stay hydrated and drink water. I have a strategy for that. Like now we know
Yeah.
that many projects they have marketplaces, but what if a project that I want to be part of or get the whitelist and I can't find it on any marketplace? I have a strategy called the minion strategy, how I hire people to grind for me and get me the whitelist for a few $100s. Like if you got the whitelist for Invisible Friends or Hey Beast, it will cost you what, like $1,000? And that was an instant $50,000 flip. I'll do a VC on that. But for now, let's say you want to personally grind or find the next project that will launch. NFT scoring is good for that. They do handpick the projects and they give you good metrics. For example, Filteria is launching when it's on Polygon. So this is the first no for me. But let's say you are interested in this. Number of Twitter followers, this is always a good indication. It's not enough. It might be bots. You need to go and look at the engagement, but you can see it here. 28,000 is legit. Are they being followed by whales? No. This is a bad sign. I need projects that whales are following. For example, this project, Dolce and Gabbana boxes, 13 whales are following them. This is a good sign. This project, fuck avatars, 81 whale and 160,000 followers on Twitter. This is probably going to be a big project, something like Imaginary Friends and Hey Beast. This might be something to look into and start grinding, try to secure the whitelist. You can see when is the mint. They don't have mint information. Community score 71, not bad. No info on pre-sale or mint price. So probably it's early for this project. This project might be something good to look into. So this is how I find the new drops that are coming soon that will potentially be good as a flip. Any questions? Now, this is the free version. You can always upgrade to the paid version with this. I don't have the paid for this one. I only use it to find the next drops. Um, my favorite tool and the tool that I never close the tab is IC tools. I use IC tools to see where are the volume, what is happening during the bull run. With IC tool alone, you could 10x your capital because On the paid version, I have the premium version. You can go to literally to the last 5 minutes. So you capture whatever is stuck. Like the free version only shows you the 1 hour. If you go to the smaller time frames, you will have an edge before the majority of people start finding them. And here is the thing: 90% of NFT traders base their decision on what they see on the trending tab. They see a project pumping. For me, let's say Wizard Pass. I see they got 32 sales. I go look at the sales wall. I look at the volume, and I can see if I can 2 to 3x with it or no. Um, Let me try to show you some flips from the previous bull run. Um, like this one. I aped on this one on January 25th at 4:43 a.m. at 0.12. Sold it for 0.41 at 7 a.m. 3 hours to 4x. Like this, and I found this project on Icy Tool. I think I saw that it had 20 sale in the last 15 minutes, which like a project I've never heard about getting 15 sales. I went into it, looked more into it. It was a small collection. I think it was just 1,000 NFTs. And the decision was easy. Like this was like I was stupid just to buy one back then. So this is how you use IC tools. Now, what if you want to see what is minting? Now, this is a very dangerous step. Use it carefully. Many of you know that we had the BB's mint 2 days ago, and it was a highly anticipated drop. I think I've seen 5 or 6 fake contracts start trending 500 mints on a fake contract. So just be careful with this. If you decide, like you find this one as the top trending, click on that project, go to the OpenSea from this tab. So you see that, yes, this is the correct collection that is being minted, because the mint website is linked to the main OpenSea collection. And from here, you go to the website and see if it's a free mint, if you can mint, or if you can't. This is another use case for IC tool. The third one is what you can call it the insider trading. I have a list of whales that I follow. I want to see what they are doing, what they are buying, what they are selling. Let's look at, for example, Gary V. Gary V, I don't think that he made any moves recently. These are the mints. I don't want to see mints. I want to see orders. What he is buying and what is he selling. This is a month ago. Like even Gary V doesn't trade during the bear market. The last thing that he was aiming on, the generative dungeon. This is an interesting story. Let me show you this one. Who heard here about crypto skulls? No one? If you had IC tools and you monitored Gary V, you easily made 20 to 30x in a matter of 2 days. If we go, like we know like that he was buying crypto skulls, I go to his activity tab. I want to see what he was buying. Crypto skulls reached 4 ETH floor. Gary V was buying at the 0.09. Look how many he bought, and he kept buying all the way to 0.5, 0.6. He kept buying. Then it reached 4 ETH when he went and did a Twitter space with the project. So literally this is insider trading. He started to buy, then he hosted a Twitter space to shell the project. If you followed Gary V, you've seen him buy, like, don't follow them when they buy one or two. But when you see this pattern, he literally bought close to 100 crypto skull. He is not idiot to buy 100 crypto skull just to leave them there at a loss. He has a plan. So when you see a whale buying in bulk, make sure he will start shelling after he finish buying and shopping for that project. Like if we go to the crypto skulls that literally was at 0.09, look at like it's already at almost 1 ETH, like 10x from his buying price. But we know that at the top it reached 3.5. Imagine if you purchased 10. 10 would cost you like 1 ETH, then you can sell them literally for 35 ETH. How's that as a play? How we found out about it? We found it on IC tool because I watch his wallet. I watch like Otto's wallet. This is a big influencer, and he always like shell after he buys, and you can see what they sell. So it can be the top signal for you that this project might start dumping soon. What's happening to Ether? Anyway, this is how I use IC in general. I look at the trending, what is minting, and the wallets that I'm watching. The wallets watch is on the paid version. I think the paid version is extremely cheap. I think it's like $50 a month or so, and you can pay in crypto. Any questions? Now, when you're looking on IC for opportunity, do you have a set criteria to use to determine if you will buy? No, there's no set criteria because again, back in the bull run, things were different. I just want to see sales are coming and sales in the minute, not one sale every 5 minutes. If I see more than 5 to 6 sales in a minute, I look then at the sell walls. I have the NFT nerds to see the sell walls. But what if I don't have NFT nerds? How can I find the sell wall? Let's assume I'm aping on this project. Let's see what is the floor. The floor is 0.11. Let's say my exit price is 0.2. You go here, Ether, max 0.99, buy now. I want to see how many listed under 0.2. Now we know that some people may list, some people may undercut, but this gives us like an 80 to 90% estimation of how thick is that wall. This is a wall that will never be broken. 500 sales. If you buy at 0.11, good luck selling at 0.2. You won't be able to sell. A lot of people will start undercutting and listing, and this will go probably to 700 or 800. So this is not something I'll jump on. I want to see thin sell walls. Now, another way I do it, but this is a paid tool. I have NFT nerds. It saved me the time to look into the filters on OpenSea. You can see the sell wall. Like to break the 0.15, we need almost 280. To break the 0.2, we need a total of 523 in total. So we will not get to 0.2. This project, super ordinary, will dump, and this will be probably 0.07 in a few hours.
And that's by analyzing the thick wall that people will paper hand off that thick wall as a ceiling of the
Yeah,
price that it will go.
let me give
Okay.
you an example of how I look at walls. Let's look at another project that is trending now. Mm,
Are NFT before you're there? Are NFT is NFT nerds the best way to access thick wall data? Um,
there are many out there. I preferred this one, and they had a deal 0.25 for 6 months. So I took that deal. It was cheap, so I took it. I think it's zero point 0.5 for six
Yeah, it's
months now, or zero point 0.1
0.5,
per
yeah.
month. Anyway, let's look at this project. To start with, the chart looks healthy. It's on an uptrend, so this is good. Let's look at the sell wall. What is the current floor? The current floor 0.23. Now, if I want to buy into this, keep in mind I'm paying gas to buy, paying gas to list, paying OpenSea 2.5% fees, and paying royalties. So I think the break even for this one will be 0.26, 0.27. So if I want to make just small profit, my exit has to be over zero point 0.3. Now, to break the zero point 0.3, we need 200 sale. Okay. Last 1 hour, we had 91 sales, and it's trending. Now I need to go into the activity tab and look more, but this is not a good play. 8.5 royalty, add that to OpenSea, that's over 10%, and 200 sale, 200 listed under zero point 0.3 is a bit too much in a bear cycle. I'll pass on this one. So I care a lot about the floor. Let's look at another project that is not pumping. Like, for example, we know that farmland is not pumping now for whatever reason. But if we look at the walls, it's at 0.77. To break the 0.85, we only need to sell 11. Now, how many did we sell in the last 1 hour? 5. So it might take 2 hours to break that wall. Now, I want to see the 1 ETH floor. To break the 1 ETH floor is 41. All it takes one good announcement and we break that wall because we don't have 100 or 200, only 40 listed. So this is how I look at the cell walls, thick versus thin. Let's look at Habibis, cell walls. Floor now at 0.78. To break the 85, we need 14 sale. Again, this is a thin wall. To break the 1 ETH, we need 37, and we break the 1 ETH. So this is another thin wall. So all takes one good announcement, and all these walls will be broken. Any more questions?
And I guess that's what you can't predict, right?
You can, like, again, we analyze, we forecast, no one can predict. Like, we play the odds here. We are playing the numbers game. Now, in a bull run, this game is easy because when a project is trending, I've literally seen project getting 2,000 sale in 1 hour. So when you are getting, like, in the last 60 minutes 2,000 sale and the flow and the sell wall at 200, hell, it will be easy to break. But in a bear market, this is why I started this saying I don't do any degen plays based on volume in a bear cycle.
That makes a lot of sense.
1 second. Okay, so this is IC tool, another tool that I purchased. I don't use it. I don't like it a lot, but okay, and my account expired. It just gives you a live feed on what is selling, what is minting, and what are the whales doing. It's similar to IC tool, but IC tool is easier to use and much more user friendly. But this is another option if you're looking for, like, a cheaper option. This is cheaper than IC tool. IC tool, I think, is 0.1 per month. This one is 0.1 for 6 months, but it's not as user friendly as IC tool. I like this table look where I can see multiple projects and how many sales, the average selling price, and the volume in ETH. This is something you don't see on Mobi, but it's good to know about it. Another project, another tool, free tool that is useful, flaps.finance. With this tool, you can actually look at metrics you can't find on OpenSea. We know on OpenSea, if you look at any project, you don't see the floor. You see the average selling price. And all it takes one rare to skew that average. So if you want to understand more about the floor price, we go to flips.finance. For example, NFT worlds. We see how it performed, like literally, like the pump was great, and you can see the floor price. Like at the top, it reached 18.5. While if we look on OpenSea, you won't get this number because OpenSea gives you the average, doesn't give you the floor. Like on OpenSea, it shows that we reached 18.55. Okay, the same, but if let's look at CyberCon. Because with CyberCon, we know that we have two type of Kongs, the baby Kongs and the Genesis. Baby Kong is like for 6 ETH now or 7 ETH, while the Genesis at 100 ETH. So one sale with for the Genesis will fuck up the whole number. Let's look at the CyberCon. See, the average on January 28th says 36. If you don't know about the Genesis Kong and the baby Kongs, you will think that the floor reached 36. It didn't. The floor never went above 15 ETH. But in that day, one Genesis Kong sold and fucked up with the floor average. This is why you use something like flaps.finance, because you will see the actual floor.
When it gives the negative signs, that's delistings. That's a good thing, right? That means less people, more people are
Yes.
delisting, or okay.
Yeah, I'll go through the tabs. So you can monitor the chart for that project, the floor, the number of holders. This is a good sign. When number of holders going up, it's always a good sign. Number listed, we need to see it going down. This is a good sign. This might mean that we are probably close to the bottom on the cybercongs. The flippers are out. The people that are taking money out of this JPEG to go to crypto are close to being done. So this might go to 5 ETH, probably won't go below that. And this is how you find monitoring number of listed and the floor. Now we know that CyberCon reached 15 ETH. So if it reaches 5 ETH, it will be a good buy. On a worst case, you will make a 2 to 3x on that. Now, this is not a play that I am suggesting now, but how you look at the projects during the bear market based on the charts only. Like, yes, we still need to look at the roadmap if they have anything coming up, how's the community, the team. But just basing our decision on the chart and the floor price, you can easily buy at 5 ETH here and sell back by the next bull run at 15 ETH. Now we know that 3x is not exciting, so this is not a game I will personally play. I won't play a project that will 3x in the next 3 months. I want a project that will 10 to 20x. So this is a bad play for me. But this is how you can analyze it. This is why this tool comes in handy. It's free. So you see the real floor, holders, number listed. Any question on this tool?
Did you just excuse me? Did you just say that was free?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Can I ask one more question going back to what you said earlier?
Go ahead.
So when you're saying you don't trade based on volume during a bear market, so is your strategy right now to just hold ETH and buy blue chips, or sorry if you said that earlier?
No, blue chips are the worst hold now. I only hold the projects with utility and upcoming announcements or deliveries. Like, for example, if you go to farmland, a project that everyone that I am super bullish on, I posted a full thesis on that. If you go to the alpha calls, scroll up to the farmland analysis. This is a project that I literally buy every 3 4 days. And it dipped yesterday. It dipped from point 8 to point 5. Everyone was like panicking. And I posted one picture that I purchased more because I know this project is going to be at least a 10 ETH floor by the next bull run. 10 ETH floor from point 0.5 is a 20x. This is what I hold during the bear market. I don't hold PFPs. PFPs will lose like most PFPs will lose up to 80% from the all-time high. If you go back again to the alpha calls I posted yesterday, the market analysis, most PFP blue chips lost already 50%. And I see another 30% to 50% coming from here.
Yeah, that was depressing. Thank you for posting that. Last question. Are these calls recorded? Because they're during a lot of people's working hours here in the US. Is there a way that we can revisit some of this and take notes and stuff?
Yes, all these calls are recorded. I did a VC last week on shitcoins and DeFi, how to find them early, how to get 5 to 10x in one day. These Degen, like what you asked about Degen plays, I do shitcoin Degen plays now during NFT winter. I don't do NFT Degen plays. That one was recorded as well. Razi was kind enough to record them and post them. Go ahead, Matt.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. This is so helpful.
Thank you. Now, another tool that I explained and presented is NFT Nerds. I love this tool. If you know how to use this tool, you can literally make, let's like conservatively 1 ETH a week, just sniping rares. Like you look at the calendar, see what will be revealing. We know that many projects, like for example, for BBs, this is a project that I'm trying to snipe today. I think the reveal will be today, floor point 13. Many of these are one of one. Many of these are rare. Most people won't be at their laptops to delist. So I'll be sniping with NFT nerds. Why NFT nerds and not buy on OpenSea? Because NFT nerds gives you the rank before OpenSea. For pre-reveal, let's look at a project that isn't revealed yet. You won't see the picture of that NFT. It will just show you the rank. This project is not revealing yet. This is why it shows a question mark. But once it start reveal on OpenSea, all these will be updated with the rank. Let's look at what happened with Bloodshed on the reveal day. I want to find some snipes in here. See this guy? He bought it on the floor for 0.25, sold it for over 10x, like in less than a day on reveal day, because the holder listed it pre-reveal at the floor. This guy was on NFT Nerd or any other sniper tool, so that it's top. Let me see the ranking on this one. We go back to NFT Nerds. You can see the ranking by search as well. Token ID. This was like #1 rarity. So this guy listed pre-reveal. The other, like 6B9, sniped it at the floor and sold it for over 10x. This is how you use NFT Nerds. You need that calendar. You need to know what is revealing, and if the project is good and bullish, like people are buying this project and whales will be buying the rares, you snipe on the floor and immediately list and sell for 5 to 6x. Like if you are conservative, sell for 5 to 6x. Like let's go to another project, Invisible Friends. Let's see if anything happened with the snipers then. Go to highest last sale. Again, this is a good example. This guy sniped at the floor for 0.29. Like you see, he's on February 23rd at 11 a.m. Sold it at same day at 4 p.m. 6 hours later for a 4x. This is a nice play, and you can see all these plays. But let's look at a bigger project, a very high project, Invisible Friends. I want to see the highest last sold. Were they sold? Were they snipe or what? I don't want to see transfers. I just want to see sales. So this guy minted. He never listed. Then he accepted a with offer. This one minted and never listed. Good for him. Oh wow. Minted and like I'm not seeing snipes here. They all held for the reveal. Anyway, this is how you play the NFT Nerds if you get the premium version. You can still get the trending tab. It's not as strong as IC tool, but you get it with the free version. You can preset your settings for the gas. If I'm trying to snipe a rare, I want like the highest gas because I know some other people trying to buy as well. So I want to front run them with the gas. If you preset, it will be presetted on your MetaMask. Any questions? Okay, this is a paid tool. Another tool that you can use is Rarity Sniffer. This is a free tool. It's not as fast as NFT Nerds, but it will probably do the job. I don't know why it's not opening. Right. Again, this tool has some kind of edge over OpenSea because OpenSea doesn't show you the rarity until the picture is actually revealed on OpenSea. With Rarity Sniffer, they will show you the score, all the rank, which will help you again with sniping. With Rarity Sniffer, you will go buy on OpenSea. You don't buy on Rarity Sniffer. It just gives you like if there's any rare. Let's look at an example. I don't know why the connection is bad or the tool is slow. Anyway, this is an alternative to NFT nerds to snipe the rares. Any questions so far? Okay, we move on to a tool that I like. It's not a tool, I like the charts. I like to look at the charts. They give me an indication or how is the market is performing. Let me switch my connection. Seems my connection is bad. This is not a tool, but more of
Tak da ti si aktivna, praviš.
and seems that like something happened here. You need to go into the project, see what happened. We know that they had a drop for a new collection. Most people, like, this is what I always say: if there is a new drop or a new collection or a breeding coming for any project, don't wait the breeding, sell the hype. Don't wait for people to paper hand the main collection after they get the mint. This is what happened, but the chart overall looks good to me. Again, this tool is not for you if you don't like charts. For me, I like to look at charts. Project, we know that everyone knows that I like. Let's look at the project. Not this one. No, I'm
Yeah,
sharing.
we see that too.
What do you see now?
It's just loading.
Oh, sorry.
Are you good? You
Loading?
good?
Yeah, it's back.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, if you didn't see, this is the chart for Habibis that I was speaking about. So this tool is like, it doesn't give you volume, doesn't give you what is like trending or anything or sniping. This is just purely to look at a project as a chart. Let's look at Board Ape Yacht Club to look at its chart. Now, Board Ape has like more history, so we can see like the bottoms, like since they started following the project, like this is a good chart. Now the retracement is normal for the bear market, but we know that after each bear market they bounce even higher, like this back in, let's look at what happened back in October. We know that the last bear cycle started within the first week of October. Board Ape reached close to over 50 to 60 ETH, dumped to 30 ETH. So if you are liquid into that kind of risk, if you purchased Board Ape when like it was clearly that this was the bottom, the 50 ETH was the support line. Like let's draw the support lines. Like if you are, but again, into technical analysis, you will understand. We have a support line here. Whenever it goes to 50 ETH, it bounced from that support line. And we know that it went from 50 to over 130. So this was a nice 2.5 to 3x play. And if you have 50 ETH, you can't go and buy like 500 bloodshed bears. It will be too much risk. You need something more of a blue chip. So this is how whales play it. If I want to look at another winner from the last bear cycle. Cryptomories. You can see what happened with this project. This project literally did over 50x between the bear cycle and the bull run. This is what we will always try to find. Like, this was like, I remember buying this for 0.08. At the top, reached 3.5. Imagine buying 5 or 6 of these. Like, it will cost you like under half an ETH and then have an exit with 20 ETH. This is the kind of plays that we will want to find. Now, why this huge retracement? Because they got a DMCA, they were removed from OpenSea, they had some intellectual property issues. This is why it dumped hard from 3 ETH to 0.7. Again, Coin Academy is just charting. I love to look at charts. This is why I'm showing you this one. And with that, these are the free tools that help me with making decisions with my NFT tradings. Any questions?
Yeah, sorry, I think you cut off for me. Is this free, did you say?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I'll post all these tools and the alpha calls later today.
Thank you.
I'm just giving you some tutorial on how I use them. Any questions? Okay, seems we don't have questions. Hope you guys enjoyed today's VC. If you have any question, tag me in the alpha chat and I'll happy answer your question. React to the rules so whenever we ping, you get the notification. Thank you everyone and see you later. Bye bye.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Kryptopal.
I appreciate
you.
everything, man.
Take it easy.
Thank you.